You are going to die, not as a distant abstract concept, as a biological certainty that is happening right now, one breath at a time. Whether you are giving your training everything you have, or holding back, waiting for a better day. Seneca wrote about death more honestly and more powerfully than almost any philosopher who has ever lived, and his message for the athlete is the most urgent thing you will ever hear. Today we break it down in 5 minutes. Seneca wrote, "Let us prepare our minds as if we had come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day. Balance life's books each day, not at retirement, not when the body starts failing, not when regret has already accumulated into something too heavy to carry. Each day." Seneca was not afraid of death. He wrote about it constantly, not from morbidity, but from clarity, because he understood that the person who genuinely accepts their mortality lives completely differently from the person who pretends it will not arrive. The pretending athlete postpones. They will train seriously next month. They will give their best effort when conditions improve. They will pursue the goal when life calms down. The Stoic athlete who has genuinely accepted mortality cannot postpone, because they understand in their bones what Seneca understood. The training session you have committed today is gone forever. The effort you withheld is gone with it. And the version of yourself those sessions would have built will never exist. Death is not the enemy of the Stoic athlete. Death is the coach, the ultimate accountability partner, the one presence that never allows postponement to be anything other than what it is: permanent loss. Seneca wrote, "Cogita quantum temporis absumpserit." Think of all the time that has been consumed. Think of it. Really think of it. Every training session you have attended with less than full commitment. The time is consumed. It is gone. It produced a fraction of what it could have produced. Every session you skipped, consumed, gone. The compound effect of that session permanently removed from your athletic development. Every goal you postponed, the time between then and now has been consumed. And whatever athletic potential existed in that time has been consumed with it. The Stoics called the practice of mortality awareness Memento Mori. Remember, you will die. And they used it not to create despair, but to create the most powerful form of present moment urgency available to a human being. For the Stoic athlete, Memento Mori in training is one specific practice. Before every session, say this to yourself: this session will not come back. The effort I give in the next hour is permanent. It either happened or it did not. There is no second chance. At this exact training session, in this exact moment of my athletic life, then train accordingly, not in panic, not in desperation, but with the calm, complete, philosophically grounded urgency of someone who genuinely understands that this hour is real and irreplaceable and deserves everything they have. Seneca wrote one of the most powerful sentences in the history of philosophy. about how to live in the presence of mortality. He said, Omnia lucili aliena sunt, tempus tantum nostrum est. Everything else belongs to others. Time alone is ours. And then he gave the instruction that every Stoic athlete needs to build into every training session. Nusquam est, qui ubique est. He who is everywhere is nowhere. The athlete who is always training for the future, for the goal 3 months away, for the physique they will have next year, for the athlete they will become eventually, is nowhere. They are not here. In this session, giving this rep everything it deserves, Seneca's mortality philosophy demands one specific reframe for the Stoic athlete. Stop training as preparation for future training. Start training as if this session is complete in itself, as if the effort you give today is not an investment in future return, but the actual expression of who you are as an athlete right now. Because Seneca understood, and your mortality confirms that the future athlete you are training toward may never exist. The injury, the illness, the circumstance that removes the ability to train may arrive before the future you are training for. This session is real. It is happening now. Give it everything. Not because of what it will produce later, but because it is happening. And you are here and the time is yours, and it will never be yours again. Seneca balanced his books every single day. Balance yours every single session. Seneca wrote his most powerful words in his final letters, knowing he was close to death, and writing with the complete urgency of a man who had no time left for anything less than complete honesty. He said, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." Never beginning to live. The athlete who has never given a training session everything they have, who has always held something back, always saved something for later, always trained at 70% because 100% felt too exposed. That athlete has never fully begun to live their athletic life. For the Stoic athlete, Seneca's last rep philosophy means one non-negotiable commitment, the last rep of every set. Give it more than you gave any previous rep, not less. The last set of every session. Give it more than you gave any previous set. Because Seneca wrote his greatest philosophy at the end of his life. His greatest work came when he had the least time. Because mortality had removed every reason to hold back. You do not need to wait for the end to access that urgency. Use it now. In this session, on this rep, give the last rep everything, then give the next session more. Seneca faced his own death with the philosophical clarity of a man who had practiced for it every single day. He had balanced his books. He had consumed his time well. He had given his philosophical practice everything he had. He was ready. Here are his 4 principles of mortality philosophy for the Stoic athlete. 1. Death is your coach, not your enemy. Genuine mortality acceptance removes postponement permanently. 2. Memento Mori before every session. This session will not come back. The effort is permanent. Train accordingly. 3. This session is complete in itself. Stop training for the future. Give everything to now. The future athlete may never arrive. 4. Last rep. Philosophy. Give the final rep of every set more than every previous rep. Seneca's greatest work came at the end. So does yours. You will die, not today, but the training session you are about to give less than everything to. That will never come back either. Give it everything. This is Stoic Athlete. Train your body. Master your mind. Remember, you will die. Scuba for a new video every week. Seneca is waiting.